We're going to tell you what happens to demonic people. Demonic people go to what's known as the wall. It's flypaper. And demonic entities, demonic people go there and they get stuck to the flypaper and they degrade into goo. How many demonic people are on the planet right now? It's not really the question, is it? It's simply if you were going to go on a tour and they brought you to the wall and you would see a lot of really horrible things there. You see incredible intellects. It's going to be quite a surprise to learn that among the most demonic people who are stuck on the flypaper are really smart people. And you're going to say, why is it that somebody who's clearly really above average in intelligence, perhaps exceptional in intelligence, very well read, a beautiful mind, and why are they stuck on this flypaper? And you'll shake your head and you'll wonder, what went wrong with this person? There must be some mistake. There must be some mistake. It can't be something that's this intelligent is stuck like flypaper to the wall. And it's a place where they go because why? Because they have inside of them hate. They have hate. How much hate? Their intelligence is in service to hatred. And they use all of their intelligence to figure out ways to ensnare people into their horrible lifestyles. Because they don't want to be alone in creating horrible, 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 horrible. They want to have a party. And they have had much success in gathering up others who have joined them in service to hate. How hard is it to be someone who hates? It's easy. It's so easy to become someone who hates. It's always going to be people, maybe even people you know, people who don't value anything other than their status. They live for their status. Their specialness, their elitism, their moneyed lifestyle, their material things, their ability to enslave others. Incredible change is in the wind. And the change is this place, because these ones who refuse to become anything other than what they are, great intelligence and service to these things I've talked about, these ones have chosen the path to the flypaper wall where they will be stuck and degrade into goo. They insult everyone by their nature. The insult continually come. They don't care. They don't care at all. They don't care if they're going to go into goo. They don't care because they cling to their cherished values. And the main value that they cherish most of all is their rigid intellectual opinions. Rigid in that it can't be changed. They have chosen their rigid opinion, which is, I am special. And even if it means, even when they know it means that they're going to degrade into goo, they won't let go. It is something to see. Opinions because they're not truth. Opinions. And the main opinions they have is, I don't care if I started the same as everyone else or at the bottom of the heap. I value my more than anything. And that is the ultimate insult to everyone, that people would say that. And they do. So they have chosen the wall that's covered in tar paper. They have chosen to go there and degrade into goo while they tell each other stories about how they are. So the great change that's coming is that as these ones are, it is never easy for anyone else to see this because it is not visible on the surface. But behind the surface is the great change. And these ones are in mass getting stuck to the flypaper. And that is where they're going to degrade into goo, which means they will never come back to planet Earth. They will not reincarnate, and they will not go anywhere else in the universe. They are simply going to degrade into goo. And the goo is a pool of slime. These ones are unnatural beings. Unnatural means they are not of our kind. They are without any redeeming features. They are unwell, and the healing they require, they have said, over my dead body will you give me this healing. They have a death wish. And they have a death wish for you. They are cancer. So, this is the truth I tell you. If you feel sorry for these people, it might be because you cannot understand. But if you were really able to get inside of what they are, you would never be able to understand them. They are unnatural. I've known some of these ones, and I have told them, and they know that they are unnatural, and I've told them how to unnaturalize themselves. In other words, if they don't want to be anything other than unnatural, I've told them to go screw themselves, because they know that they are in a dead-end trap. They know it. They know it, and they know how to get out of the trap. They know. They have all the information. They're brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant in intelligence. They know. They have all the knowledge that they need, and they have the intelligence to apply it. But what they have more than anything is their unnaturalness that they love. They love it more than healing themselves and getting out of the trap they made. They love it. They get their own secret satisfaction from this. It is twisted and warped. And they know it, but they want it. This is what they choose. It is unfathomable, but that is what they choose. And you could do anything with them to get them to change their mind, and they refuse you. They refuse you, they refuse you, and they spit in your face, and they plan on your death. These ones that are so, they are unable to finish off what they want for you, because it is known who they are and what they are. And it is still a horror story here on planet Earth because of a lot of people who do not see these ones and who cannot fathom that these things are true. In other words, they're like the ostrich who chooses to bury its head in the sand rather than to see what is right staring in front of them. And this is the way it is on Earth. There are those of us who keep talking about this, and there are those of us who who keep trying to get these unnatural people. Please stop this horror. For your sake. They won't. They won't. They refuse us. Everything that we do to help them, they don't want help. And then, there's every other gradation of people around. The ones that insult me, calling me a tin hat. Those are really hard people because they're headed for the wall. If you're someone that always says, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, and people that do, I don't even want to know who they are, they should stay away from me, you're headed for the wall. That's the news. You're headed for this flypaper wall. So wake up. This is not some childhood game. This is the reality you are in. And you're going to have to decide, do I want to have my ass stuck to flypaper because I refuse to listen to reason? Do I want to get caught up in all kinds of other unimportant crap? What's unimportant crap? Pretty much everything right now. Pretty much everything is unimportant crap. Going out and protesting, that's crap. It is way beyond this. These are brilliant minds that have created this, and they've been doing it and doing it and doing it. Psychologically, they understand you better than they understand you. You think you know anything? You don't know anything about these people. They're smarter than you. They are way smarter than you, and they have way more resources than you, and they manipulate you. And you're so stupid to be manipulated. And when we tell you, wake up, you're just doing what they tell you to do. They tell you to do this through mainstream news, and they tell you to do this through whatever government that they've bought off. And then they have paid trolls. They have all kinds of resources. And you're off protesting, or you're off on your social work journey. Social work is not going to fix this problem. It's a waste of time. The problem is you're not focused on the big elephant in the room. The big elephant in the room is that you've got wolves who have sharp teeth, and they're planning to eat you. You should feel great fear. People say, I don't have fear. Get some fear. Good fear is healthy because it makes you take action. And it's not social work. It's not protesting. And it's not going to some Joe job at the mall. It's not going to Jamaica. It's not getting drunk every weekend. You don't have too much time left to turn around. Because when they eat you, they have you. Because they want you. What does it mean to be eaten? It means you stay the same as you are. That's the ultimate irony. They don't want to kill you. They want you to accept them as your overlords. So if you value your freedom, you're going to have to wake up. And then what are you going to do? You're going to have to look the wolf in the eye and say, fuck you, wolf. I won't be party to your horror. And it means you're going to have to relearn everything that you've been taught, because everything on this planet is designed to brainwash you into being a wolf like them. You think it's great to have money. You think it's great to have land. You think it's great to have free time. You think it's great to have booze, to have the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You think it's great, all of this stuff. You're trapped, because this stuff is materialistic, and it is not going to let you get away from the wolves. It turns you into the wolf. So, once again, I have given you another chance to wake up and understand that this is your reality staring you in the nose. And you're going to have to make a move. And it's a huge move, because you're going to have to completely change everything in your life. And most of you are going to go, it's another conspiracy theory. Because you've got brilliant intelligence in you. And you're using it in service to the social workers out there. You cannot save the world, because the wolves have designed it. It's like, someone's got major depression and they go to the doctor and they give you an antidepressant pill. That doesn't change this nightmare society. These people are depressed because you cannot get anywhere on this planet. It is designed to torture you, to enslave you. And everything you do to postpone is not going to get you away from the wall. You cannot fix this world by going around and telling people, I'll give you counseling. You can't fix it with counseling. You must understand that the people who are running this world are never going to be able to gather enough of you. They want all of you. And then they want to be your overlord, which means you basically are your undoing. It's great for you to want to help others, but you cannot help them in a system that is totally tyrannical. Tyrannical system. You cannot work with it. The system is designed to fuck people. And that's why they are depressed. And that's why they are killing themselves. Massive suicides, regular suicides, suicides by overdosing. And then you don't understand why it's happening. They just have mental illness. No, the society on the planet is horror. Horror. And it's getting worse. you should start to feel some fear, because that's going to get you somewhere. Because if you continue to say it's just conspiracy theory, what the fuck was World War II? Just a conspiracy theory? Who was Pol Pot? Go look him up. Polpot. Who was the Gang of Four? Look it up. Gang of Four, China. Who was Joseph Stalin? Look him up. Soviet Union. You got Adolf Hitler. And you got a lot more of these kind of people that maybe you even voted for. There are unbelievable numbers of these people that are on the wall or headed for the wall. And they've got you all because you are unable to gather up enough gumption to say, what the fuck is going on here on planet Earth? And you have great intelligence. And you are taught critical thinking. And you've thrown it all away because it's easier to close your eyes like an ostrich with a head buried in the sand. It's easier. It's easier to say, nothing's going to happen. You have been so brainwashed. There's very little hope for you. Because you are so intelligent, you know how to compartmentalize away all of us conspiracy theorists that you call us. I cannot change your mind. I'm not fear-mongering. They weren't fear-mongering and all of the other horrible events of planet Earth history. It's happening again. And don't get stuck on whatever mainstream news is telling you about Floyd being killed by the police or, some horrible virus pandemic. Because that is what they want you to focus on so that you don't look behind the curtain to see they've got it all planned for you. Because your intelligence finds it so easy to just tune in to whatever Google News has got for you, CNN, or whatever your elected representative is telling you, or your friend or family member who looks at you and says, it's conspiracy theory. Don't even tell me about it, or I'm going to. It's always a threat on it. Excommunicate you from my life. Cut you off. And everyone else is going to, they're like, that's what they do. They're going to do that to you. That's their nature. They're always going to pressure you. So you're really stuck. What do you want to do? I'll just kick it down the road. I need to go to the gym. I got to work off this. It's anxiety. I'm just going to work it off and I'll be fine. The weekend's coming up and, I'll get together with my friends or I'll go off, fishing or something. It's a stupid way to deal with reality. Escapism. You need to wake up. You need to focus. You need to get together with other people and really hash it out. What the hell is going on here? Because you have got great intelligence. And you've got to be a strategic thinker and a tactical thinker. And you got to try and figure out, if someone was going to ensnare someone as smart as me, how would they do it? And then look at what they're feeding you through the mainstream news and the authority figures of the government, the medical system, the legal system, every system there is, economic system, school system. And then you got to figure out, you're going to go, oh, I know, but they really wouldn't do that. I mean, there's so many institutions. And then I'm going to tell you the truth. Every institution is what? It's an institution. It's there and it can't be changed. You were born and these things already existed. You were born into a prison, Neo, Morpheus says in the Matrix movie. It's just a movie. You're really good at making quotes from old, expired movies. Next thing you're going to say is take the blue pill or the red pill. This is why you're so easy to ensnare. Because with your vast intelligence, you can say all these things to us. But when the government says, wear a mask, you do. The government says, social distance, you do. The government says, lock yourself indoors, it's a quarantine. You say, good on you, Mr. Government. When the fake news comes on about Floyd in Minneapolis, you're sheeple. Everyone's heard of sheeple. People who are sheep being herded. And you're not being herded by a shepherd like Jesus. You're being herded by the wolves. What are you going to do about it? I'm not going to tell you. You've got intelligence. First, you've got to look, gather up all of the information, and then you got to map it all out. And then you're going to have to use your intelligence to say, if I was a wolf and I want to ensnare all these people, then you're going to have another hat over here, people that wear different hats. And you're going to have a hat over here saying, this is a waste of time. You're wasting your time. You could be out having a nice time, going for, whatever. Because that's the way that you're programmed. Whenever it gets too serious, you just blow it off. Your ancestors, previous generations, all faced these dark forces. And a lot of them got killed. And somehow, the present generations somehow think we're safe. We're safe. There's no draft sending us to some foreign Or we're safe. We've been safe for generations. My parents' generation are safe. My grandparents' generation was safe. It's not easy for you to come to the conclusion, the fearful conclusion that I am being stalked. And all of the security blankets that I'm holding on to are actually hurting me. Herding. Hurting me. That's my talk for today. As I said, the ones who are on the wall refuse to change, and so they are entrapped. Are you going to join them on the wall? Keep doing what you're doing, and that's where you're going to be.